Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about a concept called as product life cycle in marketing. Now before understanding what is product life cycle, let's revise what do you mean by product. So a product is something which is being brought into the market by the seller to sell it to the buyer. So that means everything which is present in the market to be consumed by the consumer can be called as product. Now, the important question arises here is, does every product has a life cycle? So, the answer is yes. Every product which is available in the market has its own life cycle. Now, to understand what is product life cycle, let's have a look on the stages of product life cycle. Now, the product life cycle can be broadly divided into four stages. First, introduction. Second is growth. Third is maturity. And fourth is decline. Now, as we can see in this graph, the very first stage when the product is just brought into the market, the graph has slowly started picking up, slowly and gradually it picks up. So basically in this stage the product gradually picks up its sale in the market. Now once the product has become considerably known into the market, the consumer starts demanding about the product, and hence the graph of the product demand increases. It starts rising and it keeps on rising unless and until it reaches to the peak point where it is in maturity stage. Now here the sale is more or less stagnant as we can see, and probably there may start a little downfall. Once a downfall starts, we say that the product has come to its last stage, which is decline, whereby we can see the graph has started falling down or dropping down. Now let's understand each stage in detail with an example. Now the very first stage, that is introduction stage. This is a stage where the product is launched for the first time in the market, and hence the product is launched for the first time. The prime objective of any marketer is to create awareness. Now to this context, if we take an example, you can see the picture here. I have taken a picture of a self-driving car from a Mercedes. Now, this is a kind of a car which is being launched in the market, and it's an introductory stage where we are introducing to the customers about the car which can be self-driven. That means we don't require any kind of a driver over here. It is a programmed based car where on a driving seat the driver can just sit and relax and can drive a car with the help of a program. So this is a new product. This is just being introduced in the market. It still have not, become a very prominent product in the market, and hence we can say it is in its introductory stage. Now, what should be the feature of this stage, or the product which are in introductory stage have to be handled in a particular way? So what are the features at this stage? Now here, since the product is its primary stage, or we can say it's in its initial stage, the companies or the marketer has to invest a lot in promotional activity so that it can create an image of that particular product in the mind of the customers. Now, since the product is very new, obviously the sales is going to be very moderate. That means there has to be a few numbers of sales whereby we will able to survive, where the marketer is able to earn a little profit. The marketer, being new to the market, would always like to have a limited coverage and would try to enter into the market with a penetration strategy. Now here it is very important to understand what is penetration strategy. Now penetration strategy is that strategy whereby a marketer enters into the market very slowly, step by step, and as and when the product performance improves, it tries to expand in terms of marketing strategies. Now, this marketing strategy could be with respect to the entry, with respect to your market coverage, with respect to the price, depending upon the product. Now, after the product is well established, has become known to the customer, it enters into a second stage called as growth stage. Now here, since the product is well known now to the public, their demand for that particular product starts increasing. The consumer starts demanding about the product. They have become well aware about the product. So hence here the objective of a marketer shifts from awareness to increasing market share and thereby profitability. Now here we can see the example of Tesla S. Now this is the new model which is doing very well in the market. It's a car, electric driven car, which is being used by the consumer nowadays very commonly, right? So here, similarly in this particular stage, the company many times add on to their product range, right? They can have different variations of models. Now let's have a look on the features in this growth stage. Since the product is well established in the market, the consumers are well aware about it, and therefore the marketer can think about increasing the market share. If earlier in the introductory stage it was only a limited market, now he can think of expansion. He can think of expansion and profit earning, more maximization of profit. The product range, as I have told you, can be increased. We can introduce different models of the product, different ranges of the product here. The distribution coverage is also more in this particular period because the product is performing well. The pricing, as depending upon the factors, if we are a good known product in the market, the pricing can be at a very normal. Normally, marketers or the people follow a trend in the pricing depending upon the various factors. Again, if as far as promotion is concerned, it has to be very aggressive because this is the time where there will be a lot of players. We will be competing with lot of players. So therefore, in order to create your place, it is very, very important that we keep on continuing with aggressive promotion strategies or marketing strategies. Now, aggressive promotion strategy means we need to be in top of mind concept in the marketing. That means we need to make again and again, we make announce again and again about the product in the form of various promotional activity. After the product has well performed in this stage, it reaches to the third stage of its life cycle called as maturity stage. Now this is the stage where the product is well settled brand. It has almost done its business to a great extent. The sales here becomes more or less stagnant because people have already consumed it in the growth stage. So here they know about the product, but there may be a chances that there is a little downfall in the demand of the product, or there may be a stagnant demand of that particular product. So here the objective of the marketer is to always maintain the market share. That means whatever I have, I should keep it safe. I should try to maintain that market. Like for example, here we have taken a Ford Focus car. Now this is a car which has done its business pretty well in the market and right now is almost in its maturity stage where the demand is there but not as compared to that it was in the growth stage. Now what are the features or what are the actions a marketer would consider at this stages? First, as the sales are stagnant, obviously the decline in market share and profit has to be there, right? Or will be there, we can say. So in order to maintain the sales, in order to maintain the level of the competition, or in order to maintain its image in the market along with the demand, it is very, very important for a marketer to have a retentive promotion. Now what do you mean by retentive promotion? The promotional activities which are undertaken in order to retain the demand and image of the product in the market. Here, the competition has also become very intense as probably the new entries will be there or the consumers have stopped demanding about it because they have used the product. They are well known. They want a variation. They want an addition in the product. So, probably here the competitions have become very, very intense. After this, the product try to revive itself. If not, then it enters into the last stage, which is declining stage. Now here, as we recollect in the graph goes starts falling down. Now here, when the graph starts falling down, that means the product has reached its declining stage. The sales that means has starts dropping down day by day, month by month, year by year. Right? Now here, in order to keep your losses in check, the objective definitely is to cut down on the costs so that we can reduce the losses. Now here I have taken an example of Baleno diesel, which has initially done very well in the market, has gone through all these stages and currently is in its last stage, that is declining stage. Now what is the feature which is there in the decline in sales and profit? Obviously decline in promotion and distribution expenses to handle the decline in profit, withdrawal or modification of the product depending upon how the product is performing. The market share started shrinking, so there is always a limited market share. So these were the 4 different stages of product life cycle. Now the question arises here is that whether every product goes through these. So the answer is yes, every product, small or big, goes through these life cycle. The span of this life cycle may be big or small depending upon the product, the kind of demand the consumers are having for that product, the kind of liking the product has developed, the consumers have developed about the product. So all these matters a lot, but definitely every product has its own life cycle. Now let's take another example from a same company, Parle-G. Now if you see here, I have taken two pictures. One is of Parle-G biscuits and one is Parle-G wafers, right? Now as we can understand from this picture, now if we see this picture, this product is something which is being consumed by our grandparents, right? We have consumed and probably coming generation will also consume. So that means this product is still in its growth and maturity stage. People are still liking it. Maybe they may not be liking it, as they were liking in the past, but the demand is there. It is still in somewhere between growth and maturity. As far as Parle chips is concerned, we can say that this particular product sale has dropped down. So that means this product's sale has almost towards a declining stage and probably it has come to a end. So this is how the product life cycle goes. Every product which is being brought into the market starts from an introduction, then goes to growth, then grows to maturity, and then finally come down to decline. Thank you very much.